Good morning, everybody, and welcome to part two of Excavator's Exactix Frequently Asked Question live webinar. This morning, we're going to pick up kind of where we left off on last week, and we are going to go over the frequently asked questions when it comes to the SC811 mapping guidelines in Exactix. So we'll discuss the large parcels, new subdivisions, mapping unknowns, and when the map shows 2 points on the map. We'll go over checking positive response, where you can check that positive response, where the utility member contact information will be located at in Exactix if you need that information, as well as we will go over ticket functions and secondary actions. And I do see we have one person. If you have any questions, just remember to put them in the chat and one of my colleagues will answer any questions that you have, as well as at the conclusion, we'll go over any questions as well. All right, so I'm going to go into Exactix, and just as I've stated as the previous webinars, I'm going to go to the ticket dashboard. And to create a new notice, you're going to hit the new at the top right corner of the screen. So the first mapping guideline we're going to go over, that's been one of questions that people have asked in Exactix. If you've noticed, you will get an error message stating that, the dig site isn't valid if you mark more than 1320 feet. So this definitely comes in effect when a user is locating a large parcel property. So I'm going to go over how you would submit a property that is a large parcel property. So we're going to take it to 36 Union Church Road. And this is in Greenville County, Greenville. And as you can see, the map finds it for me, and it's a pretty huge property. This is actually a cell tower property. You can see the cell tower right there. Now, when submitting a locate, you always want to make sure that the entire property parcel is covered, because this is how the member operators are notified to come out there and check the site. So you want to make sure all member operators who are in the area are contacted. So if I was to fill out all of my appropriate information to submit this ticket, I have all my required information. When I try to go and save this ticket, and it definitely is not supposed to do that. I think I might be in the wrong role. Go back. I'm sorry, guys. But the system is supposed to tell you that the dig site is more than 1320. For whatever reason, it's not giving me that error message. But this is too large for it to be submitted. So what you have to do is you have to submit the appropriate number of notices to cover the large parcel. Let's see, we're not trying to do that. This is what it's supposed to say. Invalid dig site. The length of the dig area must be less than 1320. So here in my directions, you see that I said ticket 1 of 2 due to the size of the parcel. So you want on your first ticket, you're going to submit it. You click submit another ticket. When you submit another ticket, the ticket comes back up and it saves all of your information, including the mapping. You hit copy and you create your second ticket. And of course, the tool that you use is the Mark Polygon tool. And it's kind of hard to get it under 1320, but you have to play with the size a little bit. And as you can see, the members changed on this one, and you send your second ticket. But you would, for the large parcels, you would submit the amount of tickets that you would need to submit to make sure all member operators are going to be contacted. And this is going to happen on all large parcels. It did it for me yesterday where it gave me that error message the first time. And then, of course, when I'm live, it doesn't want to cooperate, right? But that's how large parcels will work. You just want to make sure you submit the appropriate number of notices to map out and cover that site. The next we covered last week, but I wanted to cover it again just in case. We have the new subdivisions. So again, I'm going to press copy this time so my information can save over. And we're going to take it to Horry County. And the address is 3042 Viceroy Loop. And it is in Little River. My closest intersecting is Maglam Avenue. And my directions read from Manola Avenue and SC11, travel approximately 850 feet west, then turn left on McLam Avenue, travel south 1,170 feet, and turn left and travel approximately 800 feet southeast. The lot is on the right side of the road. So those are good descriptive turn-by-turn directions of how to get to a new lot that is not located on the map. So after following my directions, and you can already see where the subdivision has been divided and the lots are, but as I get further down Viceroy Loop, I can see that there is no addresses on certain lots. So I have my directions that once they travel approximately 800 feet southeast, the lot is going to be on the right. So take your measure tool, (800 feet), and it's going to be on the right. You then will take the Mark Polygon tool, making sure you draw a shape to cover where the lot would be located. Save and continue, verifying that all your information is correct. Above information is correct, and you send your ticket. And this is another example of a subdivision, but this one, the difference from this one from last week is that you can see the lots have already been established. The next guideline we'll go over is mapping unknowns. Now, an unknown is considered when work is taking place at a location such as an unnamed road, an alleyway, railroad tracks, an easement, or right of way. In these type of situations, the word unknown will need to be entered in the address field, and a description of the unknown and detailed directions of how to get to the unknown is required and must be provided in the directions field. An address or intersection can be used to the general area of the unknown. So the first step when doing an unknown, and we're going to take it to Lexington County, is making sure you put unknown in the street and address field. Your nearest intersection will be the street that the unknown is located off of. So this is going to be Quail Hollow Lane. And in your directions, you will give a description of what the unknown is. So the unknown is a power line right away located east and west of Quail Hollow Lane. My directions read from the intersection of Bob White Lane and Quail Hollow Lane, travel 680 feet south on Quail Hollow Lane to the unknown. My marking instructions state, starting at the intersection of Quail Hollow Lane and the unknown, mark the entire width of the unknown for 200 feet in both directions. So to find the unknown on the map, I've stated that it's located 680 feet south on Quail Hollow Lane. So remember that search feature. You can search intersections. So we got Quail Hollow Lane and Bob White Lane. It's circled that intersection in red. The best option when looking for especially right-of-ways and easement is to turn your base map to satellite. Then take the measure tool and I travel the approximately 680 feet south. And there you go. You can see the power line right away. You can even see the poles when you zoom in further down. Now my marking instructions were to mark this right away for 200 feet in both directions. So I take the measure tool, measure 200 feet. 200 plus 200 is 400 feet. Take the mark line tool and go for 400 feet. So your right-of-ways, you treat those just like a along the road type ticket. You use the mark line tool to use that, and the guidelines still are the same as far as 1320 feet is the max footage that you can do per locate. The same will go for if you're doing an alleyway, the railroad track, and the no-name road, all that was listed, you would still follow the same guidelines, except you would change your information to go along with whatever you're marking. For instance, a railroad track, you would say the unknown is a railroad track, and you would list what you want them to mark on the railroad track. But this is an example of an unknown. The next is not a guideline, but it's definitely a question that has come up as far as the map. When you're mapping an area and it comes up and it says that it has found 2 points on the map, so what do I do? So we're going to stay in Lexington County, and the address is 162 Jim Rucker Road. Let me reset the exact. Soon as I click that button, you can see I got this message saying the parcel and street segments are too far away from each other. Dig area reflects both to ensure correct area is notified. It is not going to let you submit this ticket with both points highlighted. Let me change it to street view so you can see a little better. So it highlighted the street as well as the address of 162. Being that you need 162 to be marked, you are going to have to mark the address yourself. So for this tool, For this property, the tool that you are going to use is the Mark Polygon tool because it's a large tool, large property. You're just going to trace. I'm probably going to make that one line. Making sure you have the property. Oh, let me start over. And making sure the buffer covers the entire property. And you don't have to be an artist, as I'm trying to be perfect here. Uh-oh. And on this one, we're probably going to have to submit 2 tickets because it looks like that one line is longer. Yeah, we're going to have to submit 2 tickets on this one because the parcel is longer. All right, so going to have to submit 2 tickets on this one. So let me make sure. Save. In the directions field, making sure you leave your note. And create another ticket. So we had to submit 2 for that one due to the size of the parcel. But anytime that message comes up where the system has found 2 points on the map, you will have to map that address yourself. All right, so the next thing we're going to go over is checking positive response. So I'm going to go back to the ticket dashboard. These little markers here, I know you see them on the ticket. This means that this ticket has been updated to a new ticket version. So whenever going to this one, it'll give you the message saying it has been updated to a new ticket number or version. If you so happen to open it up, you will also get this message up here letting you know that it's been updated, and you click view most recent version and it'll take you to the recent version of the history of that ticket. To check positive response on the ticket, you're going to click the Responses tab, and it will give you the list. It's going to always be on Show All, and it's going to show events. Events is everything that happens in the ticket. So right here on the 10th, it says that I opened, because I'm the excavator, I opened the ticket and I viewed the response. So anytime you check positive response, the system is going to clock it that you have checked positive response. The best, if you don't want to see that, all you have to do is unclick it, and then you will just get the member responses. If you click current only, it will tell you all of the current responses that you have. Here we can see that I only have one response in. The work date on this ticket was, the locate date on this ticket was the 20th of 22nd. So being that I've only got one response, a no-show could be processed on this ticket to the members who haven't responded. And this is how you would check positive response. Now, if you ever needed to get the information of the utility company, you can find that information by clicking service areas. And as you can see, once you click service area, here is the locate contact information with the phone number of the person that you would want to reach out to. Now, once I've checked positive response and I need to go ahead and start processing some no-shows or anything like that, which are called secondary actions ticket functions. And those secondary actions and ticket functions are utilized when an action needs to be sent to the member operators on the existing locate notice. Now in Exactix, when you first create your ticket, you're going to get your ticket number with a V0 behind it. And these are your version numbers. Anytime you add or anytime you do a secondary action or a ticket function on a ticket, you will get your ticket number with a version number behind it. The only time you do not get a version number behind a ticket, that secondary action will be the Remark. And on that one, you get a whole new locate notice number. So let's go over some of these ticket functions that we see over here. The additional info, this is definitely a new one. This is used to add a note or a comment, which does not change any of the pertinent information on the locate notice. Pertinent information would be information that is considered the site information, anything that has to do with the address, the marking instructions, that's considered pertinent information. Even drilling and boring is considered pertinent information. If that information needs to be changed or updated, you need to create a new ticket. That you cannot do an additional information secondary function on that. Additional information would be considered adding some additional directions to the job site, or if you needed to change the site contact information, or if you forgot the gate code or anything like that, that's when you would process an additional information. You would leave your remark. So here I'm going to put additional info due to gate code is number 123. Click save. Above information is correct, and send the ticket. As you can see, I was given the same ticket number, but now I have a version 2 of that ticket number. The next ticket function or secondary action would be the no-show. Now, the no-show, this is used when member operators have not responded within the working days per positive response. The member operators have 3 hours to respond from the time of the no-show is processed. If a member operator has responded with no conflict or not in the area of excavation, and there are indicators of underground facilities, such as, a transformer or a pedestal, then a no-show should and can be processed. So here, when I checked positive response, I saw that I only had one and everybody else has not responded. So you click no show, the no show button comes up. If you have any remarks left over from a previous secondary action, you want to remove those and put in your new comments. So no show due to and I'm just going to list a few. So put AT&T and Charter. So no show due to 3 full working days have expired. AT&T and Charter have not responded. Please respond. You click save. Above information is correct. Now, on a no-show, you're going to have one more step. As you can see, you have a suppressed column here. Department of Mental Health has already been suppressed because they have given me a response of marked. You cannot no-show anyone who have stated they have marked the area. So you have to suppress any members that the no-show is not going to. So I sent this no-show out to AT&T and Charter, so I had left them unsuppressed, so the no-show will go to them. You click send ticket, and given this same ticket number, but with a version 3 behind it. If you want to see the time that they have, was 3 hours from this time. So they'll have until 1:37 to do it. I believe if my math is right. Yes, 1. All right. Next is the remark. The remark function, this is used when the markings have been destroyed by weather, fading, or someone else destroyed the marks. Locators have 3 full working days to respond to a remark notice, and the system will recalculate the new work date and time, as well as new update and expiration dates. And a remark can be processed anytime in the life of the locate notice. So for the remark, weather has destroyed markings. You click save. Above information is correct. And you send ticket. And as you can see on the Remark, I got a new ticket number and I went back to version 0 on that ticket. Now on the update, an update, this is used when an existing notice needs to be extended for more excavation time. This action will recalculate a new 3 full working day notice and extend the notice for additional 15 working days should any information change when updating the notice. A new normal notice will have to be created. So if any information changes as far as where you want the locators to mark, the address, or anything like any pertinent information, then a new locate will need to be created instead of updating. The user clicks the update button and it gives you the warning again here that members may not apply fresh paint or flags. And if the marks have been destroyed, then fresh paint is required. To please hit cancel and initiate a remark. So the difference between an update and a remark, an update is just to prolong your work time and get some additional work time. And a remark is when the lines are no longer visible and you need them to go out there and refresh the markings for you. On the update, you only have to leave a note if you are not the person, that who submitted the ticket. Being that I submitted this ticket, I'm going to put save. Above information is correct and send the ticket. And I was giving the same ticket number with a version number. All right, the next ticket function is the resend function, and this is used when the locate notice has a positive response stating that the member operators have marked the area and the crew goes out on site and they don't see any markings. Then the notice can be resent. So the user would press resend. So on my remarks, I put the Department of Mental Health states they mark per PR, which stands for positive response, but no markings are on site. Click save. Above information is correct. And it would, again, you come up with this suppressed and you're going to make sure that you suppress everybody but the person that you are sending the response to. And you send the ticket. So resend is for positive response when a member has stated that they marked and you see no markings on site. And the last ticket function is the cancel. Now, the cancel is when pertinent information has been changed on an existing locate notice, or if the job itself has been canceled and no work is going to be taking place. All member operators from the original notice are notified on a cancellation notice, and a cancellation can be processed at any time within the 15 full working days. So the user would hit cancel, the pop-up box will appear, and you would just want to give them a reason of why the notice is being canceled and canceled due to work no longer taking place. and it lets you know that this ticket has been canceled. Now, when you cancel a ticket, that cancels out the whole ticket, the history of the ticket. This copy button here, if you ever canceled a ticket or missed an update date, you want to hit the copy button, and what that does is it brings over all the information from the previous notice. If you needed to change something, you would change it. If you didn't, you remove the remarks and you would resend the ticket. That copy button is just a good button to hit without having to retype all of your information in from a previous ticket that you have. And that is all of the ticket function, excuse me, and secondary actions. Again, if you ever needed to contact us regarding any questions that you have, whether it was, needing help with submitting locates or, anything account issues, you want to reach out to us, support/help desk. Our information, phone number 1-800-290-2783, option number 1, by email, support@sc811.com. And of course, our new chat feature that we love, that gives us a quicker way to respond to you guys with any questions that you have. Go to our website at sc811.com, and it's located at the bottom right of the screen. And you just hit chat now, and then we can answer any of your questions there as well. All right, so I see Robin has a question. When closing a ticket, do I have to close all version or just the latest? You just have to close the latest ticket in the history. So let me go back to the screen so I can show you. So to close out a ticket, I think this is the one I canceled. Let's see. All right, so say for instance, so when you go, you want to do view most, recent ticket, and what you want to do, oh, I'm sorry. Let me share my screen again. All right, so what I did is I opened up a ticket, and as we can see, this ticket has been updated. So you want to go to your view most recent, and you click right here to toggle this button to work is completed. And this is how you close out that ticket. So a good way to know that that ticket has been closed is kind of tricky, but right here, that check mark, it has it as work completed. And then if you see if you go to the different history of this ticket, you can see right here it has work completed with the check mark as well. But if we open it, I'm trying to make sure. So it doesn't really show you, but you want to click out the one that's the, was that the one I closed? Yeah, so it completed, and then the way you can know it's completed is right here because you have that copy, and you no longer have your functions on the no, this is the cancel ticket. That's why. Go to a different one. All right. Work is completed. And see, it's no longer on the screen because it has been closed. It's hard for me to tell from, but you only have to close out the one that's latest in the history of the ticket, just like previously. Any more questions? All right, well, we went over everything that was slated for this week. Again, thank you for attending, and this video will be uploaded to the YouTube where you'll have it to go back and look at if you had any questions or needed to review anything that we went over this morning. All right, you guys have a good day and a good weekend. Bye.